Hey, Jack here again with another video. This week is a little bit different in we're going to be doing a bit of a product review actually, and it's been one of the reasons behind why these bullet journals / health and well-being videos are being made on the channel. So it's that reason that I have the energy and the courage to put them out into the World Wide Web. So this week we're going to be doing a bit of a review into Juiced Energy, which is an Australian branded energy drink. Very similar to your G Fuel type energy supplements, geared more towards gamers and the creative types, which I guess I can consider myself falling into. I actually first discovered Juiced when I was watching a few Rocket League streams. I noticed quite a few were affiliated with the Juiced Energy team, and they sounded like a really cool company to look into. So I ended up clicking on their website and seeing that they had a variety of different flavors, as I mentioned, geared towards the gamer and creative type of people. And one of their main missions or reasons behind making the energy drink is to have that feeling like you did when you were a child, where, you know, that flavor brings back memories of being limitless and just the ability to be creative and, yeah, just take on the world. From there, I decided to purchase one of their trial packs with 5 of the flavors they had on offer, and wow, I was actually really surprised. As a full-time worker and someone who gets up quite early to fit in a gym session, I found a lot of the times pre-workouts and any substances with caffeine, such as coffee, left me feeling quite drained of energy and had that very quick burnout feeling where I'd had that sudden crash at 3 p.m. and another coffee just didn't help any of my causes as well. But after reading through the Juiced Energy website and seeing that they claimed that it'd be no crash as well with the 0 sugar, I had really high hopes when I first ordered the trial pack and waited eagerly for that to hit my doorstep while the massive delays for postage were happening here in Victoria. It was my hope that this would be the cure to my early 5:30 a.m. wake-ups, as well as those times where I needed a bit of a kick before a gaming session after work. So let's get into it. An in-depth review of the Juiced Energy supplement. Initial thoughts. For the most part, having the trial pack and getting to try all of the flavors in one go, it tasted like childhood. And when reading the reviews before purchasing the trial pack, they definitely lived up to those expectations that I was having. For one, the slash berry flavor tastes exactly like Allen's Red Frogs. The Grape Blast tastes like Purple Nerds. The Seismic Cola actually tastes like those lolly cola bottles you find in the shops. The Razor Melon tasted exactly like the melon flavored Chupa Chups. And as for the Blue Spark, well, that kind of tasted great too. I couldn't really find a comparison to put it to, but I'm sure if I have it some more often in the future, I'll probably be able to tie it to a lolly or a drink that I'd had growing up. The flavors are what really stood out to me when I first tried the product. I think the Juice team have definitely lived up to their mission in being more than just energy. I really did have that feeling like I was as a kid, being creative, limitless, and highly energetic. For me, the Juice team have done an amazing job in that branding, and that's what hooked me just to have a look at that website in the first place. It's vibrant, it looks energetic, and very appealing to their target market in what I assume would be gamers and the creative types, like me, I guess. And I can't forget all those other people in between who may just want to try Juiced Energy too. How I use Juiced. When it comes to using the Juiced Energy supplements, I actually use it mainly for my early morning gym sessions. As I mentioned earlier, I get up at 5:30 in the morning, so I was really keen to have something that would make me look forward to getting up, and I can safely say that Juiced Energy was the cure behind all of my early morning successes. When comparing Juiced to my go-to pre-workout, I actually noticed that Juiced had less caffeine, as well as none of those weird ingredients that would make your skin tingle and wanting to lift 100 kilos in the gym like a pre-workout would. For me, it was that perfect caffeine hit as well as energy hit that didn't leave me crashing halfway through my workout, and it gave me that much needed energy to really push myself for the compound lifts, such as your deadlifts, your squats, and anything in between like that. And when doing these exercises, I felt really focused, like I could actually really concentrate. And I must admit, like, it's really got me wanting to go to the gym more and more. It's almost like I get up in the morning knowing that, oh look, I've got a Juiced Energy in the fridge ready to go. So that's a very big bonus to have for me as well. And after I'd finished my session, I'd still have that energy ready to tackle the day in the office. Secondly, I also use Juice for my gaming. And as an office worker who works from 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, Juiced is that perfect supplement to give me that much needed energy to sink my teeth into some Rocket League at the end of the day. I noticed I had a greater ability to concentrate as well as be a good teammate on the field, because I know a lot of 14-year-olds on Rocket League love telling me how shit I am at the game. And I mean, like, that's obvious. I'm a Rocket League main. So Juiced Energy is like that big boost pad I need to aerial through the sky like a rocketeer. Rocket League reference. Thirdly, I also use Juiced for when I make my YouTube videos, like now, and doing my bullet journals. As someone slowly getting back into the YouTube grind and being an almost veteran bullet journaler, Juiced has been a much needed energy lift to have me dedicating much needed time to these side projects. It gives me that needed mental clarity to spend quite a significant amount of time outside of already long demanding work hours to complete these. And when it comes to my bullet journals, Juiced has also been that little companion to get me ticking off my habits at the end of each day, such as my gym tracker. I also track my energy levels, and I can safely say that my energy levels out of 10 have never fallen below a 6 since I've been using Juiced. Flavor rankings. After trialing each flavor, here were my rankings. First was Grape Blast, second was Slash Berry, third was Razor Melon, fourth was Blue Spark, and fifth was Seismic Cola. As a massive sweet tooth, I found myself quite comfortable in drinking a standard juice serving with 400 mils of water. But my colleague, on the other hand, had to dilute Juiced a bit more just to have that flavor balance out to a point where he was satisfied with it as well. So it can be different for other people. So I'd recommend trying it with a bit more water to start off with before weaning it down to that 400 mils. Unless you're a sweet tooth like me, like go for the 400 mils. It's perfect. And like I mentioned before, the flavors are amazing. After going through the trial pack, I was definitely hooked on the Juice product and decided to throw more money at a couple of Juice tubs when their Black Friday sales hit. I also managed to grab a sneaky Wego shaker as well, which has been a great addition to my shaker collection. And I must admit, the little vortexy thing at the top of the cup is a really nifty feature in comparison to having those metal shaker balls, which make a ton of noise. And so it's been a big lifesaver for me to have my Juiced Energy drink made early in the mornings without causing a ruckus. 3 takeaways from these flavor rankings were: the peeps at Juiced Energy don't cheap out on their ingredients. I can definitely see that they've really focused on adding as much flavor and pack for your punch into these Juiced Energy tubs. You can really notice it from the first sip. The Juice product also mixes really well. There's no lumpy bits that you've got to just force down your throat and swallow. It's very smooth and very lovely to drink. And lastly, it's an Australian product. So if you're an Aussie watching this video, why not look at supporting local businesses here in Australia? Especially in these times, I think it's a lot better than buying from an overseas competitor. Just something to consider. Though I've tried a similar competitor in G Fuel in one of their ready to drink cans, I see a very prosperous future for Juiced in creating more flavors that excite the community and bring more gamers and creatives alike to the Juiced product. And also looking at the website, I know that they've dropped a couple more flavors since I first purchased my trial pack and my recently purchased tubs. So I'm very keen to try it out. For taste, I'd give it a whopping 4 out of 5 stars. And for the price, I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5. Would I recommend the product to a friend? Of course. If you're someone into fitness, gaming, or a creative alike, I definitely recommend looking into Juiced as something that can fuel that creative spirit as well as that energy that you may need to get through the day or the project that you're working on. As I did, I'd recommend starting off with a trial pack before looking at what flavors you like and purchasing the tubs after if you are looking at buying more. Have you tried Juiced before? Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the product. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you're keen for more. Catch you next time, guys.